Hi, I'm Joan Cameron, and I'm the founder of Your Beliefs Matter, which is a consulting and self-empowerment training business to help people become the master of their own belief systems and their mind to achieve peak performance. So you know, the business world is really in a state of change. There's a lot of conflict, chaos, but there is also a lot of opportunity for us as leaders in the business as well as professionals to take the opportunity to discover the power of our mind and our beliefs. And that's what I'm all about and really want to share with you in this moment. I do want to say that one thing is happening within the workforce, and this is from the Gallup poll. Did you know in the US, over 71% of employees are not engaged in their work? So around the world, I imagine there's some similar statistics. I think a lot of professionals are in a state of transition at that mid-career level. So you may be thinking, gosh, I've been in this company or business for a long time. I'd really like to step my performance to the next level, but I don't know how. Or perhaps you're looking at a transition altogether, which is what I did, where you're looking to start your own business in your profession. In either case, really the key that I have found is that it is our belief systems that really set the limits to what we can achieve. I spent 20 years in the corporate world, and I experienced myself a lot of leadership trainings at quite a high level, as well as those for those people that worked for me. We did leadership trainings, group consensus trainings, diversity trainings, all kinds of trainings. And what seemed to happen after the training is that it was business back as usual. Nothing really changed. Or think about those motivational speakers that you might have had. Really great at the time, really a lot of fun. But again, the motivation doesn't seem to follow you when you go back to the work. Everything stays the same. Well, what I'm so excited about and why I even founded this company is that I think I found the secret. And that truly is that our beliefs are creating our reality. They are setting the limits to what we can achieve. So you look at your life and your work and your performance, and you can get a good picture of what your beliefs are. The thing is that we've tried tools in the past that were mainly only operating at our awareness level, our conscious level. Those were things like positive thinking, visualization, affirmations, or plain willpower to get something done. I know how that was, and you probably do, where we have this thing about us that it really takes a lot of work to get something done, but we get there. But it isn't as joyful, pleasant, and productive as it can be. Well, that's the other secret, is that only 5% of our cognitive thinking is at the awareness level. So what that means is that 95% of your, where your decisions are coming from, your actions, your behaviors, and ultimately your results are coming from that unconscious level of your mind. So that is what we also call the subconscious mind. This is also the place which is holding your long-term memory, which is a database of your belief systems, those that you've collected as a child and those that you've collected throughout experience. And guess what? They can be different than what you're aware of. So what happens when there's a conflict is the subconscious beliefs usually win out, because the subconscious mind is a much more powerful part of your mind. It's 95%, but it's also operating at a speed about 1,000,000 times faster than your conscious mind. So what I have discovered is a process called PSYCH-K that allows a person to identify limiting beliefs at the subconscious level of the mind and change them in an easy and non-invasive way. Anybody can learn it in a couple of days. It is using the latest in neuroscience, behavioral science, and research based on brain dominance theory. You've probably heard a bit about that, but that is kind of how our brain functions. So you've got the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Your left hemisphere is the part of your brain that is managing logic or the words, or is really the action or detail activities that you might be doing. It's really thinking on an individual linear type basis. Your right side of your brain is your intuitive, your creative side. It's your emotional side. It's the ability to look at the big picture. I call it the strategy thinking, or part of your mind. Also the ability to really bring in the group dynamics. So our birthright is to have both sides working interconnected, but oftentimes that is not the case. And this happens because we have a conflict with our belief systems. So you may have a belief at the subconscious level of the mind that is not congruent with what you're trying to achieve. Think about a situation where you might not have been able to come up with the words. You're in a meeting, there might be stress, things going on, and you're just going, gosh, you feel yourself getting a bit more emotional, but you just don't know what to say. And then you walk away from the meeting and you have that perfect line, that perfect statement or response. Well, in the meeting you were operating probably not full brain. You were more identified on your right side, the emotional side, and couldn't access those words. So the process of PER uses this knowledge to create an integrated brain state. It's also a state that allows you to reprogram self-sabotaging negative beliefs at the subconscious level. So I am just thrilled to have been teaching this process for over 5 years, over 125 workshops, as well as working with many clients around the world to really give them the tool themselves to be able to change those beliefs and become your own mind master. So there are 3 different ways I offer my services. The first way is consulting. I'll come in, analyze the situation with you individually or with your organization, and do the whole process myself. The second way is that I customize these workshops for a particular organization's needs and objectives. And then the third way is that I have workshops for the public or professionals, and that is a 3-day workshop, and the next one is coming up in Portland, Oregon. So if this is sounding like something that can give you that leading edge to really take control of your mind, to really create that peak performance that we're all looking for, to really live a life and profession that matches our values, our goals, and our dreams, then take a look further. And I really want to wish you the best on your journey. I think the world, businesses need our transformation, that we're at our best. So thanks for joining me.